What?
No good, you were press.
No good? Who are you to speak? Where are you from?
Brazil.
What the hell do you care?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yes you are. I go along with that's the first thing you've said I agree with. You are sorry. You're one of the sorriest people I've met all day. That's true. Where are you guys from?
London, England.
Oh, okay. The London Stan. Yes, yes. So what do you think of my work?
It's interesting.
Well,
I'm
interesting.
trying to get my head around what, yeah.
Oh, well, that's what I'm out here for, to spur conversation. What can't you get your head around? What is it that bothers you or you're puzzled about it?
It's not that it bothers me. I'm just trying to understand trying to get my head around it, that's all.
Pick a subject. I mean,
You can talk for
global
a while
warming.
about
You want to talk about the hoax of global warming, how the NFL has turned into a political animal, how they use sex to go ahead and blackmail our politicians, or the Las Vegas shooting where 58 people got gunned down. We still don't know a motive. You want to talk about 9/11 and the false flag event there. You want to talk about Jeff Sessions, who isn't, persecuting any of the criminals we have in our government. You want to talk about the poison in the vaccines that they give us to shorten our life and rob us of our money. Do you want to talk about the left that creates violence in the name of, being peaceful? Do you want to talk about the lies that our newspapers and news agencies tell us? What is it would you like to talk about? What is it? Well, indeed, that's true. Indeed, that's true. Indeed, that's true. Indeed, that's true. That. That's what I do out here. If you can recognize the truth, you see it. Otherwise, I have to stand here and explain it to you.
No, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my head around it.
Yeah, well, glad I got you to think, anyway. More corporate lies, monument to stupidity that they'll never tear down. AI intelligence that it's going to take us over and probably kill us. The government robs us. The Weinstein Award for all the nice leftists.
Government is corrupt no matter what country you go to.
Oh, absolutely.
No one is for the people.
Not meant to that. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, in London, England, it's exactly the same. There was no
you guys practically invented it.
Well, there's no one we wanted to vote for in London. I certainly wouldn't vote Conservative, and I wouldn't have certainly voted Labour. Labour I voted for, but I don't necessarily think that they do everything we want.
Of course they don't.
No, they tell you what you want to hear at the end of the day.
Of course they do.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously see what's going on in America over in London, like very differently. And same as you would see what's going on over in England, in however they portray it over here, very differently as well.
Yeah, but the MO is typically the same anyway, no matter where you go. They're going to go, tyranny is tyranny. They use the same playbook over and over again. It's like, yeah.
I'm just fascinated and having a look. So are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, for the moment, till he does something really stupid.
That's hilarious. Okay, right.
Well, I mean, it's, I don't believe...
Do you not think that anything he's done is stupid so far?
Huh?
Do you not think he's done anything stupid so far?
Yeah. I think, appointing Jeff Sessions to the Attorney General, I thought that was stupid. I thought continuing the forfeit aperture, which is a Sessions thing, confiscating people's property before they're even convicted of a crime, I thought that was stupid. But the things he's done good, of course, stopping the TPP, just eviscerating the entire global warming hoax. So all these things that were putting us into a one world government eviscerating nationalism and nation states, and then forming that new world order that the elites would like to have, and having a one world economy, and making it all electronic so we don't have to use cash anymore, which basically enslaves us all. So that, using he's done some really good things to damage the globalists, the people who want to form the one world government.
I understand from your perspective it was difficult because none of the choice was really great. Who would you choose? The lesser of however many evils, I guess.
Well, it was supposed to be Clinton against Bush, which would have made absolutely no difference because they come from the same corrupt establishment.
And Bernie didn't have any. Well, he didn't really.
Well, actually, Bernie had but if the nomination was rigged against him. That's what's come out.
Yeah.
So I saw a dozen parades for Bernie Sanders there. I didn't see. Finding a Clinton supporter when the campaign was on was like finding hen's teeth. I mean, I didn't find any of them.
I guess it depends on where you were based. It's different in every state.
Well, I'm right here at the crossroads of America. I talked to people from around the country.
And it wasn't any.
And I didn't find any Clinton supporter. Every once in a blue moon to be a Clinton supporter. 98% of them were, Bernie supporters. I mean, he would have 20,000 people at a rally. She couldn't draw 300, even with, a band playing. So no.
I find that a lot of America, people tend to come in from states next door. A lot of Americans don't travel that far, really.
No, we're the least traveled people in the world.
Yeah, because you'll have such big states, obviously, to cross and everything else.
Yeah, it might be the most misinformed and the dumbest. I mean, seriously, we're lied to constantly by our news agencies. They're totally corrupt.
They are, that's true.
So, and for a long time we've had it so good. This is nothing new. It's all part of being human that the powers that be know the psychology, they know the sociology.
Yeah.
And they know when people become successful and prosperous, they tend to start giving up their liberties. They tend to become comfortable. That's okay. Here, take my guns. Go ahead. I don't need to take care of myself. Everything's cool. And so, in increments, we get to this point that we're in now, where creeping socialism and communism comes in.
I'm personally, obviously my opinion is very different. I'm not a supporter of Trump. I think he's moron. I disliked him before he became president. So
why is he a moron?
Before he became president, he was a misogynist pig.
If you'd like to leave anything in the bulletproof, that's fine.
No, before he become president, he was a misogynist pig.
That's not according to the people I've worked with him, and I've talked to personally know him. And he hasn't. I don't see any of his ex-wives angry at him. I see them saying nice things about him. I see the people that work for him say nice things about him. I've talked to them personally.
I've seen many interviews where he hasn't paid people, where he owes people money.
Excuse me, I've talked to people that have worked for him. I talked to the first guy that put his pipes in his first building. I asked him, how was he work with? He says, put you in a room. He says, how much? I gave him a figure. He says, you knock 200,000 off of that and I'll give you more business just by using my name. And I said, how did it work out? Great. I talked to a guy that did his 8 years, a Cuban family, works for him as a groundskeeper at one of his resorts. Trump came out, talks to everybody in the crew, thanks them for what they did, walked up to the foreman and said, you're the foreman? Here's dropped a load of money on him. So everybody I know that has had personal contact with him has said wonderful things about him. The people that don't are the ones that are removed. Oh, my brother-in-law got ripped off. Well, maybe your brother-in-law didn't do a good job. Maybe your brother-in-law is the crook. So everybody I've ever talked to that knew him personally has said excellent things about him. The people that have been removed and only listen to the interviews are saying what you said. So again, and if we're talking about misogyny, what has that got to do with running the country? And if you want to talk about, let's talk about her husband that was convicted of rape.
It's cool. I'm just saying that, look,
And let's talk about Harvey Weinstein. If you want to pull the moral virtue card on me, let's look at all the slime and depravity that's coming out of Hollywood now, and this is all left. This is all left. So don't virtue signal me.
Hollywood is corrupt, for sure.
Yeah, so I don't want to hear no virtue signaling about him being misogynist. That is bullshit.
Okay, well, I don't...
So what else do you feel he's a moron about?
He's not a successful businessman that a lot of Americans believe he is. He's actually become bankrupt a few times.
If you have a lot of businesses, I've gone bankrupt. I've had businesses. So if you have a lot of businesses, it sometimes does...
Are you filming?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, what's the matter, Snowflake? You don't like to be shown up?
Is that your sign?
I'm guilty.
Grabbing women like that is a crime, and it's absolutely disgusting that you have to do.
Are you going to moral virtue me after Harvey Weinstein and after Clinton?
Disgusting.
Are you going to moral virtue me?
I'm just telling you.
Are you going to moral virtue me after Harvey Weinstein? Are you going to moral virtue me after Harvey Weinstein? What? Shut up, lady. You come up and talk to me. Now you want to dictate to me what I can say? Who the hell are you to tell me what I can say, how I can feel, what I can do? You want to moral virtue me after Harvey Weinstein and after that woman hit and raped for her.
Encouraging people to grab women.
I'm encouraging people to laugh, you humorless woman, you.
You're disgusting.
Yeah? You make me disgusted. You and your cuck husband. As far as policy, I'd ask you now, can I ask you a couple of questions, please? The policy that, let me bring up one that I read, my favorite. Well, we leave this brief so it'll be quick. But he formed the pedophile task force ring, February 17th, and since then, over 15,000 pedophiles have been rounded up, and hundreds of children have been saved. Leading up to, of course, seeing the immorality that is involved on the left in the Hollywood scheme now. And of course, let's not leave out the rapes that this woman, hid of her husband, that should be held accountable for, being that everybody else is bringing these things up. So I'm asking, is that okay with you that he has busted over 15,000 pedophiles with the pedophile task force and saved a lot of children? Do you like that policy?
I like that policy.
Good. Do you like, what policy do you, now it's your turn, what policy do you not like?
He doesn't represent us as president.
Do you see the difference between the way they treated Obama in China and the way they treated Trump in China in this visit? They made Obama get out the rear end of the plane. They wouldn't roll up. They wouldn't. Wait. Then why did China treat him like Trump, like royalty? Rolled out the red carpet. The first dignitary ever to go ahead and dine in the Forbidden City. So excuse me, Obama had to crawl out of the ass end of a plane. I see it. That conversation ended, didn't it? I see. Very good on you. Why not? Why not? You're the one with the big mouth. You started it. Come on.
I don't want to be on camera, stupid.
Why? You ain't got the conviction of to be on camera?
I don't want to be on camera.
You're on camera now, you moron. There's security cameras all over here.
I don't care.
Well, you just said you care. You just said you don't want.
You got a camera there. I got one here. God damn it.
Good. Then bring it over here. Let's talk.
Here, I got a camera.
Come on, defend yourself. Defend yourself. Come on.
Defend myself.
Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on.
I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Oh, get over here and try, mother. Is that the fire? Is that the nice liberal tolerance I'm hearing? Get over here and try to beat the shit out of me. Come on.
I don't want to.
First you can't talk to me. Now you won't fight me? Get out of here, you coward. Intellectual, physical coward. Bullshit walking. I see bullshit walking.
I got this.
I'm going to take care of you later.
You still handing these out, sir?
Oh, sure.